once you want to get it back, this is the tricky part. So most of you are wondering, oh no, everything's in a mess. So here we go. Plunger with the O-ring into the main plunger tube, whatever you call it. This way, bolt sled facing upwards on the flat side. This is a real pain, I swear. It's nothing like any of the older blasters or the other blasters that I've worked with. And I am not enjoying this. That is why I do not want to ever open up this blaster ever again. Yeah. So anyway, fellow over here has to sit. There is a little squarish slot. It's meant for your jam door to sit in like that. Alright. And then you gotta make sure that you pull your bolt sled back, because there's a little piece over here that has to go underneath into this particular, yeah, that guy over there. So how am I gonna do this? Pull it back, slide it in, and push this dude forward and down. Yeah. Oh man, so close yet so far. Go in. Okay, there, now it's in place. Whew, that was a lot. Okay, so now after putting the plunger system back into place, the bolt sled and everything, you need to get this piece back. Now, this piece is tricky. First, it has this little groove or this little track, and then it has this one more piece of this notch sticking out. Let me teach you a Singlish word. Sibei xian. Yeah, it's like yeah, this is just pissing me off. So the little metal notch, metal nub over here has to go into the groove. But this piece that sticks out cannot be behind this blue piece. Now if you look at it like this, it looks like they're aligned, but you gotta make sure that they're not, you know. So let me try and show it to you. First I'm gonna try and get the metal nub into this notch. There we go. Slide it in all the way until just about here. So it should look like this, with the orange piece in front of the blue wall over here, with the metal nub inside the track. That's what you need, okay? Yeah, so it's kind of like that. And then this piece comes back into play. The entrance goes onto this pot over here, the longest one. Twist it in like that, like so, out, and then the nub over here will go into this rail instead. So now everything should be in place like that. Then we're gonna grab our muzzle, of course with the iron sight on the front, on the top. Slide it back into place, push it down. Alright, for those of you who want to remove the other yellow half, you have to remove some screws on the other side of the shell, which is like one is over here, and there's one more somewhere around, and I'm just way too lazy to go find out exactly where they are. So there's one over here, that's the one I can see. I'm pretty sure that there's one more somewhere under this whole internal assembly somewhere. I'm just lazy because I'm already pretty ticked off with this whole entire system. Sibei sian. Alright, so once everything is in place, we are going to put the shell back. Okay, so to put the shell back in place, you gotta make sure that this notch, alright, will go through this hole over here. Where my little pinky sticking out, this hole. Make sure that it goes through first. Once it's there, then you can start to align the rest of the shell up. Alright, once you line everything up and you got the shell almost there, you realize that something seems to be keeping the shell from closing together, and that is the same piece that we had to push out earlier over here. So now just grab your long nose plier, get inside it, grab that orange piece that door piece and yank it out. And once it comes out this way, then everything will sit nicely. Now, before you have another Sebastian moment, what you do is you hold the blaster in place and try priming it back a little bit, or test fire it. Just go, dry fire time. Push it forward, hold it in place. Now I did not remove my air restrictor, so therefore I can dry fire it. It's working fine, so now I'm gonna just screw everything back into place. Reverse engineering, my friends. Now the orientation for this is like so. Little knob facing on the outside, facing up on the right. Now slot, the groove or the knob goes into this slot over here, like that, like so, in all the way. This will tend to want to sit inside, and then what you do, lift up the orange piece that was sticking out, slide this further back underneath, and it should fit over like this. Alright, so there you have it. It's in place now, like that. And then you grab that funny looking little screw. Magnet time. Oh, magnetism is good. Fit it back on top over here and screw the bugger into place. Okay, done. And then now you gotta just screw back everything on. Okay, after closing back up the blaster and making sure everything is working fine, I will now demonstrate to you the versatility of the blaster now that I've removed the dart post from the plunger assembly. Yeah, so I have here a bunch of darts. The usual type of darts that we would generally use. So yeah, 2 whistlers, 2 taggers, 2 streamlines, and 2 suction tip darts. Yeah, the suction tip darts are of the it came from the Leonard triple shot. So yeah, but anyway, they are the same specifications as a Nerf suction tip dart. So I'm gonna put them in a certain particular order. I will single shot and then slam fire just to show it to you. So tagger first, followed by a suction tip, followed by a whistler, followed by a streamline. Same configuration, same order. Tagger first, followed by a suction tip, followed by a whistler, followed by a streamline. First is all single shots, so single shot. There, the whistler came out fine, the suction tip came out fine, and the tagger. Now slam fire. So just squeeze the trigger, hold the trigger down and pump. No problem.